just attacking me and each other. Hey, Kevin, you remember this thing? I don't want him to kick me. The wind blew this chair into the fire. Why do I even live here?
Skip it a bad and better.
Oh, dababy.
Look, his toes aren't even on the ground.
Okay, here's the last wabi. He's precious. That's Markiplier.
No big outs, don't jump.
Good morning, everybody. Today is the day of the freeze. Look at this cringe man running after me. DaBaby's really in a fighting mood today. These guys are insulating the roof in the attic. This man just keeps jumping after me. Kevin's in a lovely mood as well this morning, and DaBaby's giving him a little hug. Look at this. Little DaBaby giving Kevin a little hug.
All I asked Santa Claus for Christmas this year was for DaBaby and Kevin to get along.
As you can see, DaBaby and Kevin are now very good friends. Excuse me, Kevin. They formed a bit of an alliance. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. That's not the best way to eat food, but it is a way. See, I just fed Homelander. Today is the freeze, so we're going to be go ahead and moving these guys over into the barn. DaBaby's giving Kevin a little hug. This is making me have second thoughts about bringing them into the barn. Definitely making me have second thoughts about putting them all in that barn together. Maybe they'll all get along once they're in there, you know? And whoa, is that Remington? Look at these folds. Why is DaBaby so aggressive today? For just no reason at all. He's just really uppity right now. DaBaby and Kevin are just attacking me and each other at the same time. This doesn't make any sense at all. Why do I even live here? Okay, right now I'm trying to lead DaBaby back here into the barn. Oh, he's still attacking me. Please stop grabbing my arm and scratching and biting me, sir. Please just eat your food. He kicked the bucket, you could say. Okay, now that he found the food, I'm gonna go ahead and kick the chickens out there because they don't need to be in the barn for Crimbus. Okay, after that little display this morning, I'm thinking we don't put all the animals in there together. Sure is nice to see these geese enjoying this pond, though. All the chickens and the waterfowl will be fine in this weather, you guys. They live up north in Scandinavia. Chickens be living everywhere. A little 10 degrees isn't gonna kill them. And believe it or not, ostriches have a cold tolerance of negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think that this little guy would actually be okay as well. Rhea, on the other hand, do not. So I'm gonna have to herd all these little baby boys up into there. I love how this little man is just both handsome and inquisitive. I like that he thinks. You can tell that he's thinking when he looks at you. You can't really tell that with the ostriches and the emus. See that? You see that? He just kind of looked around. He's looking up at the sky. Look, he likes to look at the leaves and stuff. He's precious. Okay, DaBaby's in here now, and he almost escaped. I left this open. He almost ran across the street. There's plenty of water for him. I have two little things of water in here, and then I have one right here, and this is going to be the area for the cappies. But I went ahead and I closed these doors so DaBaby doesn't get out, and also so DaBaby doesn't hop out into there. My objective now is to get all the little baby ratites into this little area. But look how nice all this grass is, you guys. It's so green. I want to name this one Chestnut, but I know that's too basic. Chestnut roasting on an open fire. How's about you kids go to the bar? Though it's been said many times, many ways, get your feathery butt to that barn. Don't make me pick you up, you little dingus. I go to Crunch Fitness, and you weigh absolutely nothing to me. Come on, James Charles, you too, son. Uh-oh, looks like we got another load of dirt. Time for you to go to that barn there, son. Well, at least now they're all over here. I'm trying to spread all this stuff on the ground. Come here, children, come on. But they just don't want to come over here. I need like 5 other people to herd them here. I'm gonna go ahead and let these adorable babies out as well. Come on, children. Petunia and Technoblade are great because they actually follow me around. I'm over here giving free food to everything, and Petunia's still way over there trying to get into that bucket for no reason. You know what's wrong with society nowadays? Technoblade. So this is why I only buy these kinds of feed containers nowadays, because these little dinguses can knock them over and roll them around, and they still can't get the food. What do you think you're doing, Petunia? Dingus, what are you doing trying to get into that? Okay, it's finally working, and this is the only way to do this whenever I'm by myself like this. I'm actually about to go around, walk all the way around this whole area here. I'm gonna run behind them and try and get them in from there. My plan worked out perfectly. Look at all these beautiful birds. Why am I such a big bird guy? Kinda cringe how I love birds so much. I'm gonna change this channel name to Cringe Old Birdman Rescue Ranch. Speaking of cringe old birdmen, how about you come on over here, Homelander? I don't know if I'm gonna bring him over there or if I'm just gonna push him into this little area. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if he doesn't go out through that door on this little pass, And I'm gonna go ahead and keep, yep, okay, that's a sign. He just did that 5 times in a row. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get some fencing. I'm just gonna keep him fenced in for 3 days in that little area.
Look at these boys all drinking out of the water over there.
Okay, these are all the birds that are at risk of freezing in the next couple days. And 2 adorable piglets, because they don't hurt or harm anything. And they are friendly. Why did these boys do this? They like to get up here and stick their face out the window.
And then he always does that. That's Markiplier. He always does this weird little neck thing. It's creepy. And then they stick their heads out here and then they can't get them back in because they have these cringe horns.
Okay, nothing like dragging this panel all the way over here all by myself.
And Tank's back from the army serving our country, but he's not serving me. And you guys need to go ahead and comment on his YouTube channel.
Comment on the
Texas Tank YouTube channel saying, hey, why aren't you over at Ben's place helping him, Tank? How's about you go over there, quit your job at the army, and help him?
These poor things still think it's spring.
My buddy Mike, that you guys may have seen on the channel, who has a ton of ostriches, said that they might get impacted if I put them in there with all that Bermuda hay. And I called Ning, and she said the same thing. She said it shouldn't be a big problem, but if you don't want to risk it, don't risk it.
I don't want to risk it. This
Guy can be in negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm gonna go ahead and put him in there. He'll be okay. If you guys are wondering, Uncle Ben, what are you gonna do about this adorable little Kevin boy? He's your son. You love him. This is true, but Kevin will attack just about everything and anything that isn't his children and Karen. And honestly, I've seen him attack his children a couple times. Once they're in there, I'm gonna go ahead and block it off with some fencing so they still have some light, but they'll have a lot of wind protection. These are mature adult rheas, and I've seen them weather worse storms in the past. Hello.
Look at this stupid dingus falling right for my trap.
It's only a matter of time. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Get in there. He is so precious. He literally saw this fencing and then walked away. Look how he just follows this thing around. He's a little bit hesitant though. I might have to use both hands and just grab him. And because Kevin's in a particularly uppity mood today where he's hurting himself and others, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring out old Reliable again. Just slap him a little bit. Hey Kevin, you remember this thing? Yep. What, are you gonna bite me? Now I'm gonna go ahead and dump this out. Oh, is that Kevin? I got Karen and Kevin locked up in there. I'm filling up the water for the ostrich right here before I cut off the water entirely to this whole back area because a lot of these pipes would burst. All right, just let the baby out there. Also guys, the jig is up. I have a wallaby. I have 2 wallabies I'm taking care of for a friend. My buddy does not have the facility for 2 wallabies in the winter whenever it's 10 degrees. So I am taking care of their wallabies and I'm just gonna go ahead and grab them. I'm gonna leave them in here with the clappies. Okay, now we got a clappy and a wobby. Clappy in here with the wobby. See how skittish they are, you guys? They're really cringe. But what's cool is I can use this door to access them. 2 clappies down, 1 wallaby to go. These wallabies are for a ranch where they just toss them out there and let them breathe naturally. They are not friendly at all. Okay, here's the last wobby, and now these guys are all in here. This one I think is a little bit friendlier. Because of these doors, I can keep the garage doors closed and I can check on these guys without letting too much wind in. And I don't have to worry about these guys escaping and going crazy, running all over the place. All I need to do is get the ostrich in his area, put these lights up so this little place looks cute. And I might even try and tame these wallabies down for my buddy free of charge, but we will see. A little thing of water right here that I can dump out whenever the cappies inevitably poop in it outside this garage door. It's a pretty good setup, and then all of these are alfalfa bales, and that's all good food for these guys. I have alfalfa bales over there, and the rest of this is coastal Bermuda. And I even have some cheese for me. I left this here last night, but it's probably still good to eat. Okay, looks like the rhea have found the food in here. The goats are now eating the alfalfa. They're very happy and comfortable in here. They're probably gonna eat this stuff so quickly. And this little man's probably gonna get out of here. Oh, Petunia found the water. Look at that emu going after Petunia. Why is everyone being so dang cringe right now? Get out of here, dababy. Chestnut's just sitting here in the corner being stupid. Okay, she looks much happier now in here. And these guys look happy and comfortable in here.
Look, his toes aren't even on the ground right now.
And I knew these guys would appreciate the little climbing steps. Ooh, it's so cool seeing, whoa, dababy! It's so cool seeing him with this little emu because this little creature and that little creature over there hang out in the wild all the time. And they eat the same food and they usually just kind of hang out near each other like deer do with turkey. Oh, dababy! Look at this beautiful, handsome man. He knows that the weather's getting bad and he wants to fight. Oh, I'm sorry, dababy. Do you think you're stronger than me? Well, looks like the wind blew this chair into the fire. Nothing like a little burning plastic to start off the day.
The base guys that did the spray foam insulation wanted to help me get Homelander into his pen.
Yeah, just keep doing this. This will work. Once I get him in there, if you could just close that gate. Perfect. All right, keep coming. Oh.
Yeah, I don't want him to kick me. All right, thanks to those beautiful men that were spray foaming our attic. Now we have this adorable baby boy in here. Now Matt's here helping as well. Now I don't need to worry about Homelander dying, and I can fill his food up from here without having to go in there. Karen and Kevin are safe and sound in there. Okie doke, it's 12 o'clock now and it's about 20 degrees, at least with the wind chill. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain all
It was
this.
already frozen.
That one over there was already frozen for some reason. And I'm draining the rest of the line into this little pond here. So as this drains the rest of the line and the sprinklers, it'll fill up this adorable little pond, and I won't have to worry about the pipes bursting anywhere. There is already ice on this hose. This is what the attic looks like now. They went ahead and did all the spray foam. They told me that James Charles apparently was up here whenever they started to spray the foam, and he jumped out that little hole there. So James Charles does still live in this attic, but he jumped out that little hole right there. Okay, I got some kerosene for this heater here. Happies and the Wallabies are nice and warm, even though it's freezing outside, because this is the warmest little corner here. But for some reason, these dinguses are just sitting out here when there's a perfectly nice warm barn for them to go in. Even dababy is just sitting here in the freezing cold. As you guys can see, it's really hard to herd them all in there on your own. Even with two people, it's very difficult. Okay, this is the last one left. This is my little adorable baby boy. Take a look. Ooh. Okay, now there's just one more boy to catch, and it ain't this cringe chimkin. Chickens are much more resilient than Rhea, and they can stay out all day. See? You gotta get the tail. Ah, it just went right through my... I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand, sir. I want to shake your hand. Oh. All right, guys, I got him. The trick is you got to get your eyes on the tail and use both hands. You got to keep your eye on the tail when you jump on him. All right, guys, they're all in here. We got these adorable little babies and all the ratites and dababers. And it's so cool to see dababy with his little natural friends here that he would be friends with in the wild. But that's it for now, though, guys. Thanks so much for watching my vidja. These guys are going to be safe and healthy in the next 3 days when it gets very, very cold here. And if it starts to get really, really bad in here, I'm just going to go ahead and use these boys to warm it up. Oh, there's Mr. Big Ounce. Big Ounce is doing well. He's going to be nice and warm in all of this hay. They made another little hole in here. But this whole area is full of nice insulated structure for them to bed in and be adorable. Cringe is hanging out in here. And I think pretty soon she's probably going to either go into heat or have some baby. And then Mrs. Ounce is in this little nasty little nest that they made, which I assume is also a little nest where they will have some babies at some point. But Ouncetopia is thriving and doing well. Pretty soon I'm going to build all kinds of little ramps and little things for them to nest in and make little obstacle courses and maybe even a little wheel for him to run on. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, guys, that's it. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching my vidjas, and I'll see you in the next... Oh, I almost forgot to...